Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Brian, along with my co-host, Brett.
Welcome back. Thank you.
We are here to talk Are You the One, Season 9, Episode 9. It's called Kiss and Tell. I thought it was like not a bad episode. I thought pretty straightforward. The title, Kiss and Tell, when I first saw it, I didn't really get what it meant. But as we find out, and I kind of alluded to last week with the previews, Will/Brett, same person. He kind of gets in some hot water with a lot of things that we see that were off camera. Same with Aqel in this situation as well. Like they're alluding to a lot of things, which I guess is okay. This is the big thing is there was Aqel gets called out for kissing everybody apparently, and he was kissing Courtney. And Will likes Courtney, so he kind of, I guess, was getting jealous or taking a little bit of offense to it. And he calls him out like, hey, why are you kissing Courtney when you're with Anissa? And he kind of is just Aqel's all right, if everyone thinks I'm wrong, I'll apologize. But Danielle comes out of the woodwork and it's like, by the way, Will kissed me on our date. And I'm pretty sure they didn't show that. Do you remember that by chance?
In the episode? No, I mean, I think, well, they showed it tonight. They showed Will
Yeah.
awkwardly kissing Danielle on their
Yeah.
date, which, I mean, I guess him and Courtney are tighter than we originally thought. So him kissing someone on his date with that person is a no-no, which in Bachelor Nation world, that's fine.
Right.
So yeah, he kissed Danielle, and I guess the whole thing was he told her to keep it a secret.
Right.
Why
I
he
think
said
that's the
that, we don't know, but that might be the big dilemma of the whole
yeah,
situation.
I agree. I think that's the reason. If he never said that, I don't think this would be a thing.
Right. So I think they were just trying to throw shade back at Will because Will was talking crap to Aqel, which
Yeah.
I mean, when we saw the clip of Aqel kissing Courtney, I mean, friendly, yes, but weird, also yes.
Yeah, I
He's
agree.
kind of
I agree.
draping over her
Yeah.
back and
Yep.
kissing her
Yep.
the back of her neck. I mean, he does that to everyone? Okay. All right, but
We haven't seen it yet, so I mean that for them to say that we're going off of what they say and then what they're going to show us. But I agree with you; it's definitely a little weird. I wouldn't kiss my friends, my friends that are girls like that ever. I don't think.
no. I don't kiss girls I'm interested in like that because I get nervous. So I'm definitely not doing that to random people that aren't my girlfriend.
Right, right. Um,
Which also, so on the kissing thing, Will and Courtney have not kissed. Apparently, that's still a fact as of this week,
mhm.
which is why that feels very weird that he's I don't know, he forced a kiss with Danielle, I think, and then it
Yeah,
was awkward, and then he hasn't forced a kiss with Courtney, but he's super into Courtney. So maybe he's just gun shy.
yeah, it's very possible. I mean, maybe because he really wants this to work, he's maybe taking his time and doesn't want to do something stupid or that he's going to regret. But you're kind of running out of time, man, because we only got two more matchup ceremonies left. So I don't know what that equates to in time on while they're in the villa, but he's got to make a move soon or figure out what
He should
the
just
deal
get
is with
hammered.
that.
He should get hammered and go for it.
I agree. I agree. I am pro alcohol on these type of shows. They need to loosen up to take these chances. It's also better for us as the viewer.
Exactly. That's
So
what
we
that's what I would do.
right. So that was the main point, I think. I'm gonna fast forward to the beginning. We had the challenge. The women were competing, and it was, I think, kind of similar to the one that they had last week, where the guys had to pick statements of what the women said. There's a few that were true. Was that not the one?
No, they just all are the exact same.
Yeah,
So
I'm pretty sure it's very similar.
it's pointless. It's like every other show you get to watch a challenge and it's fun and
Right.
exciting or it's a different challenge. This one is hexagons, faces, and statements.
And
And they
lies.
just
Yeah, lies.
and we see 1 minute of it. So I don't even know if I know one true statement from the
Exactly.
whole thing because it just shows people, oh, this is that person or this is that person, and then it's over. And then
Right.
they
I agree.
give the award to the best answerer or
Yep.
and also the worst
And the
answerer.
worst. Yep. So we've been pretty consistent on that. I think if that's the one thing we've stayed true on is the challenges, it leaves a lot to be desired, especially it's just also not good for the viewer.
Just
You
boring.
get a minute of it. So like Brett said, high score and low score get to go on the date. So Taylor wins. She got the high score. She got a perfect score. And Jordanne is the low score, which I thought you alluded to pre-show. It's kind of convenient that Eduardo and Jordanne have like a nice conversation in the beginning of the show, and it's like
Right.
funny that they get to go on a date here.
They were foreshadowing. I mean, we can only
Yeah,
assume this is week 9 of these people living together, that they're having multiple conversations and they just choose to show us what they want to show
yep,
us. So
yep, yep.
Jordan and Eduardo were talking about going to church and stuff like that. Apparently, they have a connection, which I haven't seen Eduardo on the screen hardly ever, except for this conversation and when he was like doing his stuff with Do last week. And
Yeah.
then Clay and Taylor were playing some footy with an American football. And
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, he was talking about the rugby throws and stuff like that. So Taylor's won a lot of challenges, and I think that's helped her out. Like, yeah, she's won 4, and I mean, spoiler alert, Taylor and Clay are a perfect match. And I think like I know she went in a lot. She was like she was put in situations where she was voted in. It wasn't a perfect match, but this is how you get like she just kept staying true. Like it's clearly she's listening to people because she got a perfect score. Like she's doing well in these challenges. Like she had her little blow up, I think a couple weeks ago, where she got an argument with. I know that she got an argument with Cece last week, but I think even a couple weeks before, like people were like, she's not like she was playing it too much of a game. But I mean, she's out of the house, so it's good for her. She took Clay on a date. Even though I mean, she has to be a perfect match. She had to have taken Clay, and then Jordan took Eduardo, like Brett said with the foreshadowing.
what,
I don't have really much on the date. It's just kind of like these dates are kind of whatever at this point. It's more of just like who's going into the truth booth.
yeah, they were driving four wheelers or 4x4s or
Yeah, okay,
something,
you're right.
and
Yep.
and then Taylor and Eduardo were like, or not Eduardo, shit, sorry, Taylor and Clay were like, oh my god, we love adrenaline, we love sports, football, blah blah blah. We're like best bros, like
Yeah,
let's go. It's
yeah,
like, have you been best bros for 9 weeks, or is this a new thing? Like, this
exactly.
just feels so random. We're like, yeah, dude, you're my
Yeah,
boy, and then
yeah.
they're and it's like, all right, so
Okay.
who
So what?
I just said, who knows? Like, at
Yeah,
what
I
point
know.
did
That's
Taylor and
really
Clay
we're just
start talking to each other? Because in this episode, it seems like they just met and they're like, did we just
yeah,
become best friends?
yeah, yep, yep. Yeah, I just kind of feel like that's kind of how the show's been as a whole for the entire season. So we got a perfect match. So it's good for them. They have 4 perfect matches so far. Like I think we've been saying for a while, but I mean, I definitely said last week they're gonna win this. I mean, it says there's 2 more matchup ceremonies left. I'd be surprised if they could get it next week. 10 episodes.
Or
Yeah,
11, maybe.
I think
One,
10 is
one and two was one beam ceremony. So
yeah.
they could be 11 episodes.
Mhm. Yeah, that's if they don't get it on the next one. They no man,
Which
I think
they're talking about the Aqel thing. So they're saying Aqel and Anissa like have to be a
yeah,
match,
they
or
gotta go in.
they're like the linchpin on the thing.
Yeah,
So,
they gotta go in. They gotta go in truth next week.
and now I'm gonna have to make new picks too, because I was like, nope, Aqel and Anissa, we're not doing that this week. So I made new picks, and I said Taylor was with Leo for some reason. I don't know why. I think that just kind of like, I don't know, but I'm gonna have to figure that out. I would suck at
I
this game if I were in here, apparently. So I was just
I
like, through
literally
the
just
money.
watched I literally just watched the show, so I didn't make any of my picks yet. I will put them in the bio um when I do the edit. Okay, so right after the perfect match, Mikey sets up a talent show. Your boy Will sings, does an apology to Courtney. I don't know if she was feeling it or people were feeling it, but I mean, they got to pass the time. So, and then they had like a little like Magic Mikey show. He's a stripper.
How'd you like the talents?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I wasn't paying that much attention to it because it didn't really affect the impact of the show for me. So, I mean, what was it? Singing, the Magic Mike. What else was there? The girls didn't do anything, right?
Clay walked on his hands, walked around on his hands,
Uh,
which I can do that.
you can walk on your hands.
Yeah, I can walk on my hands and I can sing really bad country music, just like Will. So,
Hmm. Hmm. Not surprised.
which I thought that was funny. I'm like, because they were saying Will's apology to Courtney was super cringe, and like,
Yeah.
I agree, it was. It was just,
Mhm.
I don't know, weird or out of place, I guess. But his country singing, you
Yeah, I
could
didn't
tell
think it
he
was
took it.
terrible.
You could tell he took it very seriously,
He did.
and I was just like, ugh.
I didn't think it was terrible. I do not like country music, so I'm not like but I thought he wasn't a bad singer.
Maybe that's why you don't like country music because you thought that was a good country music
Yeah,
song.
that's probably right. I mean, because I think it all sounds the same. So
I was on my way to a country music concert tonight, and then I got roadblocked, which I was telling Brian pre-recording, and that's why now I'm here tonight on a Friday.
so
But,
that wasn't
but I
good
like
singing.
country music too. Do what?
That wasn't good country music singing. It could even an impression.
I forgot what he's saying. He's like, I love
Yeah,
singing about
yeah.
women and whiskey.
He did like the
Be my
twang.
baby.
All right, so I thought it was decent because I don't like the music. Brett, bigger stickler. I'm gonna trust Brett on this one though, because yeah, in the comments, that's what I don't care about anything else on this episode. What did you think of Will singing? That's the major.
I was excited when he said it's like, hey, you guys don't like country, but I'm gonna sing a song anyways. Like, okay, this is
Yeah.
Will's breaking moment? And
Mhm.
then I was just like, oh, I don't know about that. It sounded like he wrote the song too, because I've never heard
Yeah,
it
I didn't. I mean, I'm
whenever
not
he
a
was
good
singing.
judge to recognize it, but yeah,
Keep practicing.
yeah. All right, to the matchup ceremony. The women are picking tonight. So we only have 7 couples. You start off with Jordanne. She chose Eduardo. Courtney chose Hamudi. Danielle chose Nathan. Du chose Mikey. Roz chose Leo. Cece chose Will. And Anissa chose Aqel. So we had 4 perfect matches before we did the matchup ceremony, and now they got 2 beams, so 6 beams total. I mean, I still think that they're in the right spot. Like really, the truth with the next week is really gonna, if they send the right people in, it can really hammer down who should be with who.
Who would they send in? I honestly like. How many truth booths do they have left? Because maybe they
It would be
won't take it
two.
out.
It would be two. If there's 2 matchup ceremonies, they have 2 left. I mean, I think they do got to do Anissa and Aqel. They got to try to get that one in there.
If they can prove that one is
Yeah, I
gonna at
think
least
that one.
that'll tell them that they're like they just need to make a few like
Yeah,
everybody like it's
tweaks.
everybody shift like
Mm,
guys shift up, girls shift down on
yep.
partners, and maybe you'll figure it out.
Yeah. So I think that's what they got to do. Um, and I think if they nail that, well, even if it's wrong, like it really, they just need to send them in to get the confirmation. And if they do the math correctly in memory and they have their memory of the matchups, they should get it. I have faith in them. I think they're gonna do it.
Which
I think next
they're
week. I
not
think there's
allowed
only
to
one more episode.
they're not allowed to write stuff down, right?
No, they're not. That's why they always use like cups in the old
That's
they used to
hard.
be like solo cups. Yeah, I think we're only gonna have one more episode left. That's my prediction.
I would probably try to like mastermind and figure this whole thing out. And if I felt like I was failing, I'd be like, fuck it, let's get drunk.
Mhm. Hey. All right. We're gonna get out of here. I will put our picks in the bio, but we have a ton of stuff covering. We have Sunday, so today's Friday. Sunday we have our TLC matchup. It's MILF Manor and 90 Day Fiance. So that's probably the next. No, that's actually not true because we have backlog things like Brett still needs to do challenge with Bill. We have Jersey Shore. We have Married at First Sight. So you're probably gonna see those first, and then our Sunday night slate on Monday. So looking forward to it. So you'll see a ton of videos probably in the next 24 to 48 hours from us. But for myself and Brett, thank you. See you.